We need to get to a place where Indigenous peoples in Canada are in control of their own destiny.
On the heels of a racially charged murder case in Saskatchewan, the Prime Minister announced the legal framework that will guarantee the rights of Indigenous peoples.
I am pleased to announce that the government will develop, in full partnership with First Nations, Inuit and Métis people, a new recognition and implementation of Indigenous rights framework that will include new ways to recognize and implement Indigenous rights.
The changes will impact Indigenous governance issues and the role Indigenous peoples play in energy projects. The government hopes to deal with issues at the front end and avoid lengthy legal battles. And the announcement also touched on an issue the family of Colton Bushy had been calling for.
We will bring forward broad-based, concrete reforms to the criminal justice system, including changes to how juries are selected.
Earlier in the day, the Bushy family gave Trudeau some advice about his framework plans.
Concrete changes have to follow along with those words and with a framework. And working with, when it's regards to Indigenous people should be included in the process.
The government also plans to engage with provinces and the public on the changes. He says the framework will act as a foundation for all dealings with Indigenous peoples.
As a starting point, it should include new legislation and policy that would make the recognition and implementation of rights the basis for all relations between Indigenous peoples and the federal government moving forward.
Trudeau says he hopes to have the framework developed by the end of the year, and he hopes to have it implemented by the next election. In Ottawa, Nigel Newlove, City News.